Picture this. It's 1948. Japan is a smoldering ruin. The economy is eviscerated. And a man with no engineering degree, no factory, and no money walks into a shed, straps a surplus military engine to a bicycle. That man would go on to humiliate every single European motorcycle manufacturer on the planet. This is not a rags to riches fairy tale. This is a tactical takedown of an entire industry by a man who treated orthodoxy like a piñata. Hello, I'm Todd Hagopian, the original Stagnation Assassin. Today, we're opening the vault on Soichiro Honda and the Honda Motor Company to see if this was a strategic slaughter or a stagnation suicide. Spoiler alert, this one is a masterclass, but even masterclasses have cracks, so let's go find them. Let's look at the stagnation score. Let me set the scene. Pre-move Japan, 1948. The country is crushed. Resources are rationed. Capital is non existent. If you're rating the environment for launching a global motorcycle empire, you would give this a stagnation score of 9 out of 10. The corporate cancer wasn't inside Honda, it was everywhere around him. The entire ecosystem was stagnant, bombed out infrastructure, shattered supply chains, zero consumer confidence. But here's the thing about a 9 out of 10 stagnation score. For most people, that's a death sentence. For a hypomanic operator, that is an invitation. The tactical audit. Let's break down the battlefield tactics here. First, the 70% rule in its purest form. Soichiro Honda didn't wait for perfect conditions. He didn't wait for venture capital. He didn't wait for a pristine prototype. He grabbed war surplus generator engines, bolted them to bicycles, and he started selling motorized bikes to a population desperate for cheap transportation. 70% ready? He was maybe 40% ready, but he shipped anyway. Execution at speed obliterated perfection at a standstill. Second, orthodoxy smashing innovation. The motorcycle industry in the 1950s was dominated by big, loud, heavy machines. Harley-Davidson, Triumph, BSA. These were machines built for leather-clad rebels. And Honda looked at the entire market and said, I'm going to build a small, clean, reliable bike and sell them to everyone. The You Meet the Nicest People on a Honda campaign didn't just sell motorcycles. It demolished the demographic dam that the entire industry had built around itself. Honda didn't compete with Harley. They made Harley irrelevant to the entirely new market. Third, efficient growth. Honda stabilized his product line with the Super Cub, one of the most reliable machines ever built. He standardized manufacturing with fanatical precision. And then he scaled. By 1964, Honda was the largest motorcycle manufacturer on Earth. The Super Cub alone would go on to sell over 100 million units, 100 million motorcycles. Let me say that again, 100 million units. That's not a product, that's a phenomenon. Fourth, grandiose goal setting. Soichiro Honda entered the Isle of Man TT, the most dangerous, prestigious motorcycle race in the world, and told his team that they were going to win. Everyone laughed. By 1961, Honda swept the podium. He didn't just enter the race to compete, he entered that race to conquer. And that's hypomanic ambition. That's setting a grandiose goal so absurd that it bends reality around it. So let's look at the hindsight homicide. Where's the crack? Even in this masterpiece, there is a flaw. Honda was notoriously resistant to delegation. Soichiro was the ultimate hands-on operator, brilliant, obsessive, controlling. The company nearly stalled in the late 1950s because he could not let go. It took Takeo Fujisawa, his business partner, to essentially force a division of labor. Soichiro handled the engineering, Fujisawa handled everything else. Without Fujisawa, Honda Motor Company might have been a spectacular one-man show that burned out by 1960. The profit parasite here was founder dependency, the single greatest killer of hypomanic enterprises. The operator who builds everything can also bottleneck everything. So the verdict: Honda didn't just build a motorcycle company, he performed a strategic slaughter on the global transportation industry. He smashed orthodoxy, executed at speed, scaled with discipline, and he set goals so grandiose that they redefined what's possible. I'm giving Soichiro Honda 4.5 out of 5 kills. I'm docking the half kill for the founder dependency bottleneck and his resistance to fixing it. If Fujisawa hadn't shown up, this story might have ended very differently. But as it stands, this is one of the greatest operator stories in industrial history. If you want to learn how to weaponize the same frameworks that operators like Soichiro Honda used instinctively, the 70% rule, efficient growth frameworks, grandiose goal setting, go to toddhagopian.com and learn more about the HOT system. Pick up my book, The Unfair Advantage, Weaponizing the Hypomanic Toolbox, on Amazon. And for more breakdowns, case studies, and transformation warfare, visit stagnationassassins.com for the world's largest database on stagnation. And remember, continue to declare war on stagnation every single day in your business and every single week here with us.